Hey you guys, it's your girl Frida, and I want to let you know I am a total idiot. I uploaded 2 videos of me running my mouth, and notice no sound because I turned the mic off to do the first one. Basically, I've done a couple of videos. Okay, let me tell you what's been going on with me. The first thing is I did my first wedding. It was beautiful. It was a friend of mine. How I met her at my husband's party through a friend, and we talked about weddings, and she found out I was a makeup artist. Well, I told her I was, and I did her makeup. I did her sister's makeup, and she had another makeup artist for us. The rest of them, she had already prepaid for it, so she was like, she wished she had found me before, but she is. You can take. You can take. Blah, blah, blah. You can check out her pictures on my website. I am waiting to, once I get some things loaded up, I'm gonna get, I think it's Red Diamond. A lot of you know her. She has done a lot of intro videos for you guys, a lot of websites, she's just coming up. So I'm gonna get her to do that. It's like almost 12 o'clock. My trainer will be here at 1. But I was talking actually about my niece's website. I mean, she's on Facebook, but she's working on her website. She has a organization called Pearls. It's a nonprofit organization, and what it does is it teach young women to respect themselves and stop the cycle of teen pregnancy. She's been doing so well that actually she's in a charter school teaching about 10 young ladies. This is the trial run. It was for 6 weeks. They're basically now in the school system trying to, in that school, the charter school, trying to implement it for a whole year. The girls loves it. They're getting ready to graduate soon, where they will receive pearls and a certificate. Um, One thing what it is she is teaching about sexual education, not so much about, a condom goes on something like this, but no, about self-respect. What do you see and what do you want out of a man when you before you have sex? um, don't let somebody peer pressure you into sex. How do you feel about yourself, about sexual abuse, about mental abuse when someone makes names or just building that self-esteem up? How to open a bank account, how to balance a checkbook, how to deal with talking to your parents about sex. um, just a lot of things she's talking about. And this year, once she, hopefully, she'll be able to teach sex ed. Usually, the children in that is the high school don't get sex ed until 11th grade. 11th grade, y'all, that's too late. That's too late for our children now. But what I was saying, hopefully, she'll be able to teach sex ed, because a lot of people, and I bet you it's a million of you, are about to say, what? I taught my child a lot about sex starting at the age of like 6. We had a sexual predator. It was for a date rape situation, but hey, a predator is a predator. I don't know the circumstances, don't want to know it. I just know I need to protect my child. And so I had started talking about, her hoo hoo and, her stuff. Don't let nobody touch it, da da da. So junior high came up, and I read an article in the Washington Post, and not only a article, but I did see something on Channel 5, in the Washington D.C. area, that young ladies were trying to protect their virginity by having anal sex. When I heard that, I almost hit the floor, so I had to make a decision of telling my child the whole spiel of it. She was embarrassed, but I had to. I had to tell her about anal sex, oral sex, everything. Just had to, because they suspended one girl, was on the news for having sex, basically doing oral sex underneath the stairwell. And that's what my niece's whole thing is about, having some self-respect for yourself. Don't do things like that. You know, those things need to be kept in the privacy. First of all, you're too young to be doing it, but that's a private moment. And it was just horrible. It was just a horrible thing to that young lady. And, I don't know what her mom said, because I know I would try to kill her. They might as well just call the police and lock me up, for her to do something like that in school. And people, please understand, your kid's gonna do it, because think about it. I tell my daughter all the time, before mama was mama, mama was Frida. And all of the crap that you think you're gonna get away with, she's a tomboy. She's not really into boys right now. She think they're cute. She got this particular boy at her high school that she is really like. He's on the basketball team. So I was like, "Oh, baby, aim high." But she kind of think they're trifling, because she has a best friend, and he go from one girl to the next. And so she thinks boys are trifling in the way they date. So we already talked about that. She said, I prefer to date. I don't want a boyfriend, because they're just trifling. And, her stepfather and her father are taking her out on dates, so she'll know what to expect from a guy. That's why she said they're trifling. But I told her not all young men are like that. But that's some things that, my niece is doing. Um, and you have to talk about your parent, to your young ladies out here. Not only showing them, also having us, have. I don't condone sex, but I condone knowledge of sex. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I probably get a lot of hoo ha and whatever, but nowadays, people have different morals. People are different than, back in the day. When I was back in the day, yeah, I would mess around, but it wasn't nothing serious. But nowadays, with herpes out here and gonorrhea and just playing, around, is just harmful to your health. So, um, I did teach my daughter, and hopefully they'll be able to do some sex ed classes in the charter school that my niece is teaching at. Because there's one thing that a lot of you may be like, "What? I ain't know about that." It's something called denim dam. What it is a piece of plastic that forms once it started to get wet, forms to the clitoris, and so it's able to have oral sex without um, catching the disease. If you have, I meant to say, if you have any children, take them out the room, 18 and older. But that's something that a lot of people didn't know. I didn't know about it. How I found out is from a friend who worked at a pharmacy and who was gay, and she told me about it. So I'm just hopeful. I'll leave her. I think I'm gonna leave her face. She haven't had her website up yet, but I'm gonna leave her Facebook connection to her Facebook, and it is called, her organization is called Pearls. So I definitely would, you can find out and see some of the videos. They did a walk on teenage pregnancy prevention in DC, and check out the other videos she has on there. So I have to go. Peace, love. Bye bye.